6:33, call the meeting to order. Any modifications or changes to the agenda tonight?
One thing I add, if you want other business if you want, we just gotta set up a time, or hopefully come to somewhat of a decision on a time to meet with the town. It could be everybody or representation. Again, we're trying to pair it with meeting with Greta at NRPC, and then also the select board reached out to ask to discuss the proposal from Shauna about Tom and the whole marketing video and all that stuff. I think his name was Tom.
Yeah, that's one.
Shoot.
So they'd like to
I've
meet.
been wanting to call that hotel that he did the video on and ask to speak to their marketing director and say, how'd it do for you? I mean, because it's expensive, you know, and if they say it's wonderful, well, that'll be great. But I'm kind of anxious to hear what they might say.
So, just to discuss that at some point.
Yeah, we'll do that in other business.
Oh, Leonard's here.
Oh,
Hi.
sneaking in the back door, huh, Leonard?
I parked there.
You haven't missed much.
Okay.
Okay, if that's the only modification change, we'll move on to public comment. Nobody here from the public. Review and approval for the minutes of January 14th, 2025.
They look fine.
Look fine to me.
Move.
You have a
Second.
motion to accept. Sandra with the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
And those opposed, nay. We have an allocation request for an additional allocation on 120 Orchard Street.
Yeah, I have a question. I gotta find my question now. My question is in the letter of January 9th. As the property stands, there are 4 kitchens and 4 meters with only 3 wastewater allocations. So Pierre is 1, Leonard. Pierre is 1, Mrs. Leahy is 2, Joe is 3, and Mrs. Kelly's is coming down.
It's coming down?
That's what Bennett said to somebody this afternoon, was that he was tearing that off.
Then we're gonna run it back.
He didn't say.
You would need an additional water allocation, though, right? If you want to tear.
'Cause that's not gonna be there anymore.
That's what she's saying, like, if there's 4.
So that's that, if you left Mrs. Kelly's, that would be 4.
Renovating the garage
The
and
garage,
attaching it. Yeah, they're looking at renovating the garage and attaching it with the house and putting the 4th out there.
And there's a.
Oh, wow.
I think it's.
Oh,
on
because
the
they're tearing the sheds down too.
Yeah, it might be on the sheet somewhere, but basically, the only request that Brian
Is
had
Bennett the one that bought it?
was,
Okay.
there's not a true knowledge of the line from the barn. They may now, but at the time they just talked, they didn't know if it went to the house and then out to the street, or directly to the street.
Okay.
So Bennett was supposed to find that out, and obviously he's probably gonna replace it if it needs to be.
Okay. I just,
The only request was that's found and it's corrected, obviously.
Yeah, it says it's not a new connection. It's the same connection.
They're gonna probably be in and out. It's the
Yeah, it's up, yeah.
well, okay. Okay, just the word kitchen got me, and so I just started counting tenants.
Yeah, no, they have a plan for what they're gonna be doing over there.
So they want a water and a wastewater?
Yep. We need all
Nobody
the
has any
decent,
issues with it?
need all the decent housing we can get.
Yeah, motion to,
We'll approve with
Approve.
Brian's, whatever Ron just said about the, making sure it's correct.
approve of Brian's blessing.
Yeah.
To move.
Second.
Eli the first, Sandy the second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Do we need to have we don't
No.
need to do any weird start dates or anything?
No, it's just approved following the standard conditions. So
Okay.
we'll just do it approved following the standard conditions.
Yep, okay. All right, allocations, Carrie. Up next, we have a new state municipal ethics. going on with
So that's the test that Eli gets the gold star because you're the second and passed.
We have to pass even?
I didn't know it was fast.
Well, I'm not
so
gonna
it's-
take it if I have to pass or fail.
It was really simple.
Yeah.
I took the liquor test, that was bad enough.
So, yeah, I'd emailed it out to everybody. So there's a new ethics state law that has taken effect.
I actually copied the website today and said, I gotta do this.
Yeah. So part of it is everybody, pretty much Abby and I, need to take it here, and then all of you folks need to take it. We have till September, but by the end of the month, we have to appoint somebody to be the ethics liaison. That would at some point, if there is communication needed between the ethics committee and the of the state and our municipality, we would need somebody.
So I move
Yeah.
to appoint John.
And Abby said,
And I'll
I
second
said
it.
no really quick.
Hey, we're pretty ethical, don't worry.
All right, I heard Eli with the first,
I'll second.
Heather with the second. All those in favor of appointing John to be our ethics liaison, say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. Congratulations, John.
Yes, have fun.
We need some motions on the annual meeting, the notice and the warning.
They're right here if you wanna look. I didn't have them in there because I was waiting for Jesse at the time.
So I had a question on that. So we did decide we wanted to finance the sidewalk for,
3 years,
3 years.
85, up to 85,000.
okay, because I was gonna, I didn't know if we settled on that.
Of course.
We don't need to hold an informational meeting.
Correct?
Yeah, I didn't ask that question.
Why wouldn't we?
Because
We didn't last
we
year.
didn't have, so it's not a new capital project, but so it's already been voted to be approved, sidewalk up to Elm Street.
Right.
But the financing portion was supposed to be 100% grant funded, and since the engineering has changed a million times, there's now some taxpayer
Well, then we,
money to finish the project. So anything to be financed for less than 5 years, right,
Correct.
has to be warned and be its own article. So we have that included in here.
It's Article 1.
I don't know if we need to do a informational meeting though, because the project itself hasn't changed.
Correct, it's just that we've, like I said, we had to pick up and kind of start over.
Could be an opportunity for people to clarify things to help them with making the road though.
we look at this as how I would look at it as how or at least a portion of the public is gonna perceive it,
Exactly.
For
that wonderful portion.
what, the informational meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we were just talking, there's no informational meeting required for Article 1.
that's the financing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because that project has already been voted on. Has Jesse seen both of these?
Yeah, I sent them to him when I sent him an email.
Okay. And you didn't have any issues with them?
No, it was just the wording on that one that he helped us with.
Okay, yeah.
To confirm that we needed to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen copies of those, but pretty standard, straightforward.
The notice hasn't changed at all for the last few years, just the dates.
And Billy Joe sent an email today saying that we can use the EMS building down here.
Okay, perfect.
okay. I'm done when you are.
Those are clean copies?
I guess there wasn't much to that.
I'll even give Heather
No,
that.
I think. Oh, this is a different part?
The notice is,
One's the warning.
Sorry.
I had the report done. Do you want me to print one of this, the annual
It's all
report, type that in? The
yeah, they
sign.
have
Standard
to
stuff?
decide.
Yeah.
Make sure the dedication certificate.
Get paper clips.
If you want to, whether you're, you did just the trustee report.
Yeah.
It's just.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's done.
I was wondering.
Yes,
Well,
I-
honestly, it
I-
doesn't matter
This
because
time,
based on our
because
policy,
of what I
I'm
went
not
through
gonna have
with
the
Cindy
annual
Reed
report
last
last
time I
time
was in.
so.
If neither
Okay.
David Jarvis.
How many copies are we're doing our own printing, right? So it doesn't, you can have that.
it won't
I mean,
be
I
as
was there
long,
last
but
time,
there's a
well, we
couple
both
of ups
were,
with
we
the
were counting.
audit,
But
waiting
I'm
for
wondering if we
documents
should
from
be there or
Webster
not.
and the state,
Just to
so
shut everybody
I'm
up.
not gonna
It,
have it when I wanted it, but we have a lot more leeway
It's just-
because we're.
Just to eliminate
town.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because before we had to have them in the printer.
I realize that he doesn't have enough people,
you
know. 2/3 of people say no, they won't do it.
Probably only need what, 10
And
copies?
there's this one.
I wanna say we did
25.
Did Chris actually start a Facebook?
40 to,
Yes, he did.
we
Okay.
do 10 to the library, 10 to the
He didn't know what he was, he didn't really know what he
town
was doing, but he
clerks,
did.
everybody here
It was
gets
one of the ways that
one
he
of
could
like you guys and
reach
department
everybody.
heads, and then I think we put like 10 out, and I think she had to redo like another 10.
Yeah, no, he did.
Probably.
Yeah, Ed Wilkins called me and asked me the same thing.
But it doesn't take long to put them together, just like he doesn't like
She
it.
loves it.
Have you talked about what's happened to Consider Water? Rate?
they're still looking for it.
It's gonna be a long night, long cold night.
We're thinking it's, cause the first, I was told 9 o'clock was the anticipated,
They still
Wrap up, but it's
haven't
gonna be
found,
longer.
they still haven't found the leak. They're
Gotta
battling
slow that down.
frost,
Well, they
so
thought they knew where it was, and
it's not there. It's not
Sure.
gushing there.
Not too hard for that to happen, I'm sure.
yeah, you can run along.
How old is that line through there?
I don't know.
I didn't think it was that old, but
They're just guessing with the weight, constant weight.
that's what
on
I
it.
Constant,
was
we
thinking.
don't
Yeah.
have,
That
For the
hole
trucks
where it's
and-
been broken
Yeah.
before, yeah. Okay, so we need a motion to accept both of those, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I wonder
everybody
if
needs
there
to
was-
sign the warning.
on Article 7 about the taxes, is there ever a reason or do we ever put in like the percentage of the change?
That's how it's worded every town, if you look at every town
Okay.
report, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming it wouldn't be a big deal if you changed it, but
What is that one, the not to exceed, blah, blah, blah?
for the tax, this much is collected by taxes,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
much is
Yeah.
non-tax.
I just, yeah.
I don't really know the answer to that, Heather, I just know every town does it that way.
Okay. I'm fine with keeping.
That's all I
it.
got for you.
Majority rules.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably because it's been like, done like that for the last 400 years, so.
I'll move.
Okay,
pencils
motion
were
to accept both the warning and the articles. Leonard with the first, Eli with the second.
Sounds good.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay.
Everybody just needs to sign the warning, please, so we can get that posted.
That's not used, that's.
Okay.
yeah, no, I was just getting, gonna open this to the next.
We have some budget adjustments to the light department.
So, the bucket truck, we approved the 221. When we did approve that, there was a couple more things that they were waiting back on, and Alan did reach out, there is a $32.50 for shipping for them to deliver the truck here, so that was not factored in originally.
From Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that's where they're.
X-Works, Union Grove, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I believe that's
Union Grove.
out that way.
And I think,
And they also, if you flip a couple pages in, you'll see some stuff highlighted at page 3 of 3. Basically, they needed to add some lights.
So like the goal lights and the
Yeah, they
ladder
needed to
box.
add lights and a toolbox, and also to install the outrigger controls, because they wanted them in a different spot that was easier for them. So it brings the total price of the truck to $229,235.
Okay, that's what, 221,
And, yeah, only 221
753.
was approved, so they are looking, if everyone is okay with this, if the board would be willing to increase that approved amount to cover the shipping and handling and a couple other add-ons that they
No deal.
needed to add.
Throw it in with it. Yeah.
you would think that amount of money could drive here from Wisconsin for free.
And that part of that's on me, I completely forgot when we did the bigger truck that they added that fee on as well.
We put
So
them on a bus
can
and
we-
let them bring it?
Can we just make a motion to amend our previous spending limit of 221,000?
Yeah.
So, motion to amend our previous motion to allow the electric department to spend up to $229,235
Move.
on a buck truck.
Second.
either the first, Sammy the second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay.
Can't have it getting here half dressed.
And they actually also said end of fourth quarter, so we may see it December of this year.
Wow.
It won't hit until next year's budget and stuff, the way
But it
everything will
might be
land,
here.
but it may, right now, the last conversation Alan had with them, they're looking at end of fourth quarter this year.
Not that I think it would bother him, and maybe he knows already, but when Alan was here in the meeting and I asked him if the motor was gonna be a Cummins or a Ford, I believe that the only option we have 600 is a Ford engine instead of Cummins.
Those are alright though.
Yes,
Yeah, no.
he did ask questions, yes, thank you for that, he did follow up on all that
I
and
just
ask all the questions.
didn't want him to get it here and go,
Straight back.
But I thought,
Okay, that's it on that.
Yep,
So that's not gonna have any effect on our budget that we've already, I mean,
correct.
probably.
It will, should not have any effect at all for this year.
Okay. Now we need to set a start date for the water budget increase.
That's, I kind of focused on not adding it to the bonds, that I forget to have you, if we could please amend that to be the service date of February 1st.
February 1st?
Yep,
Motion to set a start date of a 2% water budget increase effective February 1st, 2025.
move.
Either with first or second?
second.
Staying with second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. Other business? Town marketing stuff.
So, I don't know, they seem very open to dates, but is there any suggestions on dates to have that open? I'm guessing you won't have as an open meeting?
When are we looking to have
Yeah, what are we
this?
looking at?
Well, Greta, I mean, we do it all at the same time, but Greta's gonna need her stuff pretty soon, right?
Yeah, she was hoping to get stuff done toward the end of the last year, so I think that's what's pushing a little bit, and I think Shauna wanted to get in at least know a direction so that she could,
Now, did the town agree to pony up some funds for the Benton thing?
my understanding was one person was for it, four were not full in.
That doesn't sound too good. 4 to
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, but I was
Leave it up to the town.
a little confused. I don't know how to I was just a little confused because the way it was described to me from the town was a little bit different than I pictured or envisioned it. The way it's described to me. So
Next week, like how quick do we have to do
I'm
it?
pretty open next week.
I'm good next week too, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So after that,
not that
I'll
you
be in
need
Florida.
me. I don't think you need me, but Tuesday I'm not around.
Is this gonna be an evening meeting? Or a daytime meeting?
I've got basketball a couple nights next week, so we'll have to just coordinate for one of us, I guess.
Yeah.
They have a meeting on Monday.
Yeah.
You wanna just hop in on their
See,
meeting?
can we just hop in with theirs?
They'd be happy to see us.
Can't be they set their agenda yet.
I can look for you if you'd like.
Yeah, we can do Monday.
That would probably be the
They'll love
easiest thing, they're all gonna be there anyway, and just we only need a couple of us, right?
Right, we can discuss what you want to present, and then if you all agree, then just a representation of two. Just let me know, because obviously if there's more than three, then we'll have to work by Friday.
We
And-
should probably want it just to be safe.
Yeah.
Would it be worth having like a backup date? I mean,
Yeah, they
so
don't
they're the
have
first
that.
and third Mondays.
Let me just check Greta's email. I think she was kind of open, just looking.
You'll just have to take minutes Monday for us, cause I'll have a play a basketball game.
And I know,
Yeah, it's either gonna be early next week for me or the end of the month. Again, I don't need to be there, so.
let me just check.
So what does Greta need? She just needs to
It's,
present the new.
I just don't remember now at this point. It's been so, yeah, it's the new planning and joint it's a joint meeting to go with planning and so forth, which, Catherine Dominic is coming as well, because there is some things about, Act 181 that is gonna pertain to us at some point. They have some dates like 2030 on housing and all this stuff, and actually some of it had to do with the speech today by the governor, so. She's gonna be coming in the end of February, or second meeting in February as well, to talk to some of this, but, yeah, a lot of this was more of just updates on the planning and so forth that
Okay. Yeah, I
they've
don't,
been working on.
I don't wanna hijack their meeting if it's gonna be
No,
too big of a deal for,
Their
Greta-
agenda is not posted.
Greta said 45 minutes that she would need, and then whatever the conversation. But
we'll see what they say. If they have a late agenda, I guess it might be possible, but that's a good chunk of time, especially if we're gonna talk about the marketing stuff, so call it an hour and a half of just
yeah,
joint stuff before everyone else hops in with other requests and conversations, so. You know, shoot for the Wednesday then? Or we'll ask about Monday, and then if Monday won't work, then try for Wednesday.
Sure.
I guess we'll go from there.
2, 3, or 5.
And then, have it emergency services.
Yeah.
Okay,
You also need to decide who you're dedicating the annual report to, please.
does anybody have any ideas?
We did the crew last year. was it?
No, last year that was a couple years ago. Last year we did Dave and Sally. We recommended Gary was retiring, or Shauna.
how close to the village was one of the best historians that ever lived in Enosburg Falls that just died?
Janice?
Pierre Poisson.
Oh.
I realized he was a pain in a lot of people's butts. Nobody knew as much about Enosburg history as he did.
You also have Janice Guerra
Yes, Janice, that's right, Janice died last year.
last summer.
And we wouldn't have the Enosburg history book without her. And a lot of people wouldn't even know what we are without it. People from all over the country that bought it actually when it first went out for sale. We shipped them all over the country. People that, you know, maybe their great grandfather was a dentist here and their, you know, third generation
Second
aunt
copy.
lived on Pleasant Street and
You
we
wanna
wouldn't
do
have that without her.
So can we do both of them? I'm for it.
You wanna write it?
I was gonna say that'd be around my league. Here, I can only talk about the cable days when he used to sit there and talk to me for 2 hours.
That's called being peered. we had a saying for it in the store, and lovingly, I will admit, but it's, yes, we would go, okay, we've been peered. Well, I think maybe Janice might be the, if you don't want to do 2 people, which I don't know that we do, certainly she is deserving of that. There would be no historical society, I don't think, without her either. No. The push that she gave it that she never talked about. I'll think about writing it. I'll get Daryl to help me.
So yeah,
We're doing both or just one?
Doesn't matter to me.
You can do a section on each, and just do long-time residents, whatever, and do
Mm-hmm.
a paragraph on each one.
Sounds great. Thanks, Sandy.
Thanks, Eli.
Kind of other business while we're right there. Abe's Cabin. Shirley came in because Abe's Cabin, there's a caveat in the deed. It was deeded to the village, but it is worded in there. It basically ever went dormant in historical society. Nobody wanted it, basically. It wouldn't go to the village, or it's with the village. It would actually go back to the Brown family. So I asked, I say Jocelyn,
Rosalind.
Rosalind. I talked to Rosalind about it, and she was gonna, she doesn't see why they wouldn't get that changed, so go to the village. I guess if we want it or not. And that, just gonna check with the family and the lawyer and see what it takes to change it.
You talked about Abe's Cabin?
Correct.
I thought it belonged to the Lions Club.
No,
No, we got the deed on it, the village does.
the village does.
Yeah,
You
village
guys
owns it.
pay like a rent or lease it or something that I think the
Okay.
Lions does.
Yeah.
Has anybody done anything with that recently?
It says open houses a couple of times.
Yeah, it's only open in the summer.
Yeah.
They do the trunk or treat, they always have it open.
Band
They
concert
decorate
night
it.
sometimes, Dairy Day.
Yeah. Kind of cool to look through.
I mean, it sounds like there might be some interest from the historical side to get things going again. A little bit, but
They have a
They're-
bunch
they're
of
the
new
ones that
members.
are having it open.
I'm sure they might be leery about clearing new property though.
They ain't taking anything, they're taking the depot.
oh, they were interested. It was like reminding, I guess.
Oh,
So just throwing that out there. That's where.
Who blew up the house that's behind it? In terms of,
That's
Okay.
That's
Is that James
Underwood.
Gilman?
Underwood.
both of those.
That was too slow, that was a good deal.
Yeah.
They're doubling the square footage. of
oh my
the
god,
place
I guess
at
so.
least.
Well, I mean, you could barely even turn around inside the house before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun to watch
If
that.
you put your arms like this, you could hit all the walls.
It was great. It's like the size of my farm room in the garage.
you just gotta compete with Abe's Cabin, so.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, it was actually a perfect tiny house. It just probably wasn't shaped quite right.
Well, my understanding is the lady that lived in Peter's cabin moved there, the family,
Yeah,
because it was bigger.
Yeah.
Moved into a mansion.
absolutely.
Oh gosh.
Okay, any other business? Nothing? I don't even think I had any written down.
We went over the 3 water main leaks.
What about this, the trustees report?
Oh, you want, yeah.
Well, Heather's got a couple of things on it, and I just found a few, like Elm Street's last summer doesn't need to be capitalized. Village from the wells on the Reservoir Road, wells doesn't need a cap. Fire department's job should be an apostrophe.
I just picked
FEMA
up,
in the state should be an apostrophe. Anyway, so Heather and I wrote on it, so you can have it back.
Your edited version.
Yes, the edited version.
the only thing that I noticed is it just went from we to I. Like, we the trustees, I am sure.
Oh, good.
I
point.
missed that one. Good catch.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because
It should always be we.
the
I'm gonna put
the
a
people that
question
read
mark.
it will catch them all.
Yeah.
Because they did the last time and couldn't wait to talk about it.
People need holidays.
But yeah, that looks good with the changes. Got the dedication. Seems good ready. We will have reports at some point. Okay,
As soon as I can.
we're looking good for meeting. For looking, we still have 2 months, 2.5 months. so.
Just a heads up, Pat did not get enough signatures to go on the ballot as moderator.
Pat didn't?
He didn't?
No, I don't think he
He didn't try very
went
hard?
out very hard, but, so legally we cannot put him on the ballot.
Oh,
If you run a write-in campaign.
That's what I told him.
What do we do in the meantime? So
Yeah.
when he got voted last year, was it for this year, or do we need to appoint somebody for this year?
It's for a
Yeah.
year term, so
And you start that term, right? They hire, you elect them in that time. Usually how it works.
Meeting to meeting.
Yeah, you elect them in. That's because that's the first article. Should be. You elect
no,
them.
it's ballot.
It's about
It's not voted on. We don't vote that from the floor, it's ballot.
So he must moderate our meeting though, because the
Moderate the meeting and
vote
then,
doesn't get counted until 7, right? And our meetings are 6:30. So unless he's late, then he'll be the moderator.
so,
oh.
I think he was like 2 signatures shy.
Oh boy.
I'm like, don't want me, I can't do it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
for- I brought mine to church, he forgot.
Do you have to be you don't have to be a village resident, do you?
To sign the petition,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, no, but to be the
So
moderator.
you moved her.
It should be a village
Yeah.
resident, yes. Unless, if we can't find a
I
village
have
resident
opposition.
to run,
So,
you
one
can,
of us
the
will
board
work,
can
one of us
appoint
will-
someone.
David Jarvis.
And that must be really close
Mr.
to the line
Secure.
right there.
We're
Nice guy.
No.
I like him.
a little bit further, quite a little bit further around the
Where
corner.
he is?
Used to babysit for him.
Yeah, no, it goes
He's in the village.
almost to where, our Shimple, it's right before there.
So like the old brown barn was in the village?
No way. That's
It
way
goes
up there.
out those lots where the guy that does the logging,
Mhm.
and then there's a house that sits back. Those are village. The line might be right before that place, because you've got you go around the corner, and then you've got the like double wides that are there. Those are village. It either ends there or it goes another house or two. I can't remember. So we can look at the map after.
Yeah, I thought it only went to like,
It goes
just
around.
past Lawyer, just past Hayes Farm.
It goes a little
Because
bit
we have to, because
further.
that's the only part now that we get rid of the signal bar mower, we have to mow that out there.
Yeah, we go out around the corner.
Yeah.
Because we
Jerry
had one
Herman's.
of those residents that
Yeah, those are all the double.
thought she was town and not village, and had to go back and forth with her that no, you are actually the last parcel in the village.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. No managers minutes? Nothing? Okay, well, it might be an early night.
Alright.
I'm okay with that.
Motion to adjourn? You have it first, I have a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed nay. Cool. Short and sweet.